Fugu, a fish caught off the Pacific shores of Japan. The fish has held a special significance for me ever since my mother died through eating one. The poison resides in the sexual glands of the fish, inside two fragile bags. When preparing the fish, these bags must be removed with caution, for any clumsiness will result in the poison leaking into the veins. Regrettably, it is not easy to tell whether or not this operation has been carried out successfully. The proof is, as it were, in the eating. Fugu poisoning is hideously painful and almost always fatal. If the fish has been eaten during the evening, the victim is usually overtaken by pain during his sleep. He rolls about in agony for a few hours and is dead by morning. The fish became extremely popular in Japan after the war. Until stricter regulations were imposed, it was all the rage to perform the hazardous gutting operation in one's own kitchen, then to invite neighbors and friends around for the feast. At the time of my mother's death, I was living in California. Our relationship with my parents had become somewhat strained around that period, and consequently, I did not learn of the circumstances surrounding her death until I returned to Tokyo 2 years later. Apparently, my mother had always refused to eat fugu, but on this particular occasion, she had made an exception.
My boy. How have you been?
Been better, been worse, but I guess it's cool to be back home.
You guess? Come on now. Let's go have some tea. So, did they feed you anything on the plane?
Yeah, well, I just had a light snack.
It's no big deal. Once Kikuko arrives, we will eat a very hearty feast.
Sorry to hear about the firm.
You know, the interesting thing is that that's actually not where the story ended. After the firm shut down, Watanabe actually killed himself. Something about his pride and not wanting to be disgraced.
I see.
We were partners for 17 years. 17 years. He was a man of dignity, honor. I respected him a lot.
Do you think you'll ever get back into business?
Oh, no. I'm in retirement. Far too old to be dealing with the likes of foreigners. Ugh. You know, Watanabe knew that too, not to deal with those foreigners. It's what made him a man of dignity. But anywho, I'm glad you're back, hopefully for more than a short stay.
Well, I don't know what my plans are.
Well, I, for one, am ready to forgive and forget the past. You know, your mother always was, too. Even after what you did to her.
Well, I appreciate your sympathy, but like I said, I really don't know what I'm doing.
You know, I really do believe you when you tell me it wasn't your fault. I know that there were outside sources that were influencing your behavior, and I've accepted that.
Yeah, well, maybe it is better to just forgive and forget, like you suggested.
Is anyone there?
At last, Kikuko has arrived. Well, I assume you and Kikuko have a lot of catching up to do. I'll go tend to the supper. You guys can catch up.
How have things been with you?
You know, just trying to keep it pushing as best as I can. How's everything in Osaka?
It's great.
Let's go outside! Seems like you got a lot to say.
Man, I've been dying for a smoke for the last 30 minutes.
Why didn't you just smoke earlier?
You know.
Oh, yeah, right.
Yeah. But guess what? I've got a boyfriend now.
Oh, really?
Yeah. But I'm unsure about what I want to do with him.
Why? What do you guys want to do?
Well, he wants to take me to America after I'm done studying.
Are you going to go with him?
Well, if we do go to America, I'm gonna have to hitchhike. And I've done that in Osaka. So I think it'll be fine, but people still say it's dangerous.
Oh, well, there's nothing to be unsure. There's nothing to be unsure about, right?
Yeah, I mean, I really liked Osaka recently. I've had a lot of great interactions with my friends, and overall, Shuichi, like, he's a nice guy, but I don't know if I want to spend all that time with him. Do you understand?
Oh, perfect. I got it.
Yeah. Oh, hey, here's the well. Man, remember how we used to think this thing was haunted?
Yeah, I remember all those crazy stories.
Yeah. Mom even told me once that it was the vegetable store lady instead of a ghost.
She said that the vegetable store lady should have just told her that she was the one making all this ruckus in the backyard. How could she even get over the walls?
I don't know. Parents, right?
You're telling me.
How's California?
Well, me and Vicky aren't a thing anymore. There's kind of nothing left for me over there.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
How's Dad been?
I don't know. It's difficult to tell with Dad. Did he tell you about what happened with Watanabe? What he did?
Yeah, he told me he committed suicide.
That's not all, though. He took his family with him. His wife and 2 beautiful girls.
Really? Well, Father was telling me how he was a man of principle.
That's sick.
Careful, you're gonna fall in.
I don't see any ghosts. You've been lying to me this whole time.
I never said it was in the well.
Well, then where is it?
Look, over there!
Where?
It was right there.
What? What did it look like?
It was kind of too dark to see, but it was a lady in a kimono and her hair was kind of unkempt.
Wow.
Why are you laughing? It was really there.
I just don't believe you. You're trying to mess with me.
Kikuko, it was right there. I saw it.
Stop messing with me. Let's go check if supper's ready.
Kikuko, come help me with the cooking.
You know, Father's been picking up the cooking ever since he's had the home to himself.
A fact I'm not very proud of. Now, Kikuko, please tend the vegetables.
Alright.
I want to show you a bit of around the house. You haven't been here in a while. Come on now. You know, ever since the firm shut down, I've had a lot more free time on my hands. Been using it to collect these trinkets. Oh, those are my war medals from days long past.
Well, it certainly seems you found a lot of time for yourself. You know, you're always so busy back then.
Yeah, well, I should use the time to be a better father. So, I've been meaning to tell you. I don't think your mother's death was an accident.
Oh, Mother. She didn't expect me to live here forever, did she?
No, of course not. Your mom knew that you'd have to leave eventually, but it was the thought of what would happen to you after you left that scared her. She couldn't really bear to live with it, and so... Anyways, what do you think of this boat? I think I could have done a bit of a better job on it.
Well, it looks fine to me.
You know, I used to fight on a boat exactly like this one. Guns blazing and all. Personally, it wasn't really my thing. I always preferred piloting planes because with boats, if you got hit, you were kind of just stuck there. With planes, you always had one last option. You don't really like war much that much, do you?
Not necessarily.
Well, let's go check on supper. I think it might be ready. What's the matter with you guys? Come on, let's eat.
Oh, it's good, Dad.
Thank you. I'm glad you like it. So, how's life like back in Japan? I mean, I'm sure it must be strange and all.
Well, I suppose it's okay. I didn't really leave anything much behind in California, just a bunch of empty rooms. Wait, who's that over there?
What are you talking about?
That photo right behind you, who is that?
That's your mother. Don't you recognize her?
Wow, that's Mother?
Yeah.
It was taken shortly after her death.
Must have been really dark, I didn't even recognize her. She looks so different. It's like I hardly knew her. It's really good, Dad. What kind of fish did you make this with?
Just fish.
Did you do anything special? It's really good.
No. Anywho, Kikuko, prepare the tea. The men in the house are gonna go retire.
Father,
Yes?
Kikuko told me that Watanabe-san took his whole family with him.
Watanabe was very dedicated to his work. The collapse of his firm was a tremendous blow on his spirit. It must have weakened his judgment.
Do you think what he did, was it a mistake?
Well, obviously. Do you see it otherwise?
No, of course not.
There are other things besides work, you know.
Yes.
So, what do you think you'll do now? Do you think you'll stay in Japan for a while longer?
Well, to be honest, I really didn't plan that far ahead.
If you wish to stay here, you're more than welcome. Of course, that is if you don't mind living with an old man.
Thanks. I'll have to think about it.
But of course, this house is so dreary. You'll no doubt return to America before long.
Perhaps. I really don't know yet.
Oh, no doubt you will. But Kikuko is bound to complete her studies soon. She'll be returning home.
Perhaps she will.
Things will get better then.
Yes, I'm sure they will.